stand to move that a bill for an act to amend the National Institute for Legislative Studies Act number 13-2011 to, among other things, expand the mandate of institutes to conduct induction, refresher courses for newly elected members of the National State Houses of Assembly, promotion, examination for staff of the National Assembly and National Assembly Service Commission, institutionalize legislative mentorship to strengthen democratic governance and for related matter. I so move, sir, Mr. Speaker.
Motion ably moved by Honorable Jimoh. I so second.
The National Institute for Legislative Studies is statutorily mandated to conduct training of legislative staff and legislators for the purpose of broadening their horizon and expose them to the nitty-gritty of legislation. That is their primary duty. In all claims, the functions of promotion and discipline of staff is vested in the National Assembly Service
Okay,
Commission.
I agree with you.
Just like discipline of staff and promotion of staff in the Federal Civil Service is vested in the Federal Civil Service Commission, ditto to State Civil Service Commission.
Okay.
So I am vehemently opposing.
I agree with you, but Honorable Monguno, I totally agree with you. But does it talk about? Honorable Jimoh, please, my own opinion is you need to check with Honorable Monguno about the statutory function of National Assembly Service Commission. If promotion exam is part of their mandate, you need to remove this. You need to remove this. It's very important. We cannot have two people having two mandates. If that is part of their mandate, we need to remove this, possibly at public hearing. It's very important so that it doesn't come back. It doesn't come back in this form. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, my name is Ahmed Idris. I represent was a federal constituent of Plateau State. In 2007-2008, when I was a member of Public Service Committee. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, just like my brother did mention, the main purpose and thrust for the establishment of NILDS is to train legislators. When you go to the U.S. Congress and other congresses, California, for instance, if a member is selected, before he takes his seat, he goes for that training. Even if he's coming on a by-election, you don't just go to take your seat, you have to know the rudiments, and that is the main thrust and purpose. Mr. Speaker, like my brother did mention, there's a very huge difference between the function of NILDS and the function of the National Service Commission. And I want to call your memory and my colleagues in leadership, when we are about to have change of leadership on the way and manner things were done. You recall, the head of service came to the committee, came to leadership meeting at the Senate, and demanded us and told us that the function of the National Assembly Service Commission is just like that of the civil service, and they have the entirety of the responsibility to discipline, to promote, and to train their staffs. It is under their own purview. So what he seeks to do is in total aberration of what the law stipulates. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, you cannot also come by fear to amend, take another person's function to donate, without necessarily going in to repeal the functions in that particular law, which is another function and part of our own baby work. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, the time is not even there. We don't need to create controversy. 3 weeks now for our inauguration, I think that's not fair to come with it. I want to beg my brother or Jimoh to kindly step this bill down. It's not necessary, and I don't think it will help the system.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with the same mandate being exercised by two agencies, but rather than step it down because there are other matters there, I think we should put it on record, clerk, that after public hearing or whatever it is, when it comes back, after the clarification, it cannot come back with the amendment on National Assembly Service Commission mandate. That has to be left out. In the interest of time, and because the bill otherwise seeks to also help the institute, I think we should more than likely drop that particular clause. Yes, very, very important. Huh? No, it's okay. No, it's okay. All right, so those, Honorable JJ, did you hear that?
Deputy Speaker and the Chief Whip has just mentioned, but I want to put it on record. This is not about discipline. This is not about promotion. This is about conduct of examination. When we get to the public hearing, we do the needful. Thank you very much, sir.
Those in support, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. Long title, clerk.
A bill for an act to amend the National Institute for Legislative Studies Act, Act number 13, 2011, to, among other things, expand the mandate of the Institute to conduct induction of fresher courses for newly elected members of the National and State Assembly, Houses of Assembly, promotion examination for staff of the National Assembly and National Assembly Service Commission, institutionalize legislative mentorship to strengthen democratic governance and for related matters. Second reading.
All right, the bill referred to the committee of the whole. The 20th order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for... Yes. Yes.
Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, for consideration. And so, how now do you solve this other issue?
It's very, yes, I get your point that there's no public hearing. It's very easy. It's very easy. These are our rules. There's nothing sacrosanct. What we have said from the chair, is that I agree with the argument that if this is about exam and this and that discipline, it must stay out of the, when you bring it to the committee, after the committee of the whole, you expunge that provision. It's very simple. You expunge that provision. Whether it goes to public hearing or it doesn't come to public hearing, the very next stage of this bill will come without that. Yes. Okay.